Hello, friends. The conversation we are about to hear today is not limited only to rockets, AI, and memes. This is a discussion that exposes government negligence, the paths of space exploration, terrifying future robots, and the curtain of media propaganda. In this podcast of Joe Rogan, Elon Musk not only talks about his projects, but also describes the condition inside America's government machinery in a way you will never hear on any news channel. Trillion-dollar scams uncovered through DOGE, the struggle to build cities on Mars, the green-colored personality of Grok AI, the mystery of the Epstein files, and the reality of putting his own life at risk. These are the issues that turn this conversation into a dangerous thriller. So let's divide it into 7 parts and examine each one in detail. Part 1. The business religion of government that runs on your tax money. Elon Musk explained in detail how DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, exposed government negligence, and it sounded like a corporate thriller. He said the government is a kind of business that has an unlimited credit line and operates at a loss of trillions of dollars every year. Some shocking facts. Unidentified checks. The government's Treasury payment system allowed multi-billion-dollar payments with no category code and no description, just like blank checks. Records of dead people. The Social Security database shows nearly 20 million people as alive who are actually dead. These records are then used to commit fraud and other benefits like disability and unemployment. NGOs as a graft machine. NGOs funded by government money, which are technically called non-governmental, are, in reality, a massive scam. Money is poured into them, and people fill their own pockets. A brand new NGO with no history was sent $1.9 billion. Agencies like FEMA paid for illegal immigrants to stay in expensive hotels in NYC, even though their actual job is to help victims of natural disasters. According to Musk, these benefits given to illegal immigrants act as a magnet that pulls people from all over the world, so they can later be turned into future voters and permanently make swing states blue Democrat. My commentary. If you thought that government offices only deal with paperwork, then hearing this will make your head spin. These are the kinds of things that, if a movie were made about them, people would say, no one could even imagine something like this. Musk has essentially audited a company whose own audits fail, whose employees themselves do not even know where the money went. The depth of this graft machine can be understood from the fact that Musk believes that if he tried to completely eliminate this corruption, his life could be in danger. This is a terrifying reality. Part 2. Grok AI, from sexy mode to the end of the world. While talking about AI, Musk gave a live demonstration of his Grok AI. The purpose of Grok is to be a maximally truth-seeking AI, even if that truth is politically incorrect, which, according to him, makes it different from the woke models of OpenAI or Google. At the level of humor, he showed different modes of Grok, including sexy mode, which turns every response into flirting, unhinged mode, which even criticizes Musk himself, and therapist mode, which understands your pain. The real danger. Musk seriously believes that AI will surpass the human brain, becoming smarter than the most intelligent human by 2025 and smarter than the combined intelligence of all humans by 2029. His estimate is that there is an 80% chance of a good outcome, awesome outcome, and a 20% chance of a bad one, annihilation. The biggest fear is a super oppressive woke nanny AI, which, due to flawed programming, could treat something like misgendering as more dangerous than nuclear war. The benefit. One amazing utility of Grok is medical diagnosis. You can upload your blood work report or a photo of an X-ray, and it will analyze it and tell you if there is any problem. My commentary. When the world's richest and most tech-savvy person is this serious about AI, then ordinary people like us should also think carefully. Sexy mode may sound like a joke, but Musk's words make it clear that this is a dangerous game. If AI is given such an extreme parameter of diversity or correctness that it starts seeing humanity itself as a threat, then the plot lines of sci-fi movies could become reality. Grok's medical diagnosis feature is a true game changer, showing that if this technology is used correctly, it can change the world. Part 3. SpaceX and Mars. The ongoing battle of the heat shield. Musk explained the biggest technical challenge of the Starship rocket, creating a fully reusable orbital heat shield. This is a problem that no one has been able to solve so far. It requires special tiles that can withstand extreme heat and the violent shaking of the rocket without cracking. The goal? To make both stages, the booster and the ship, fully and rapidly reusable. If this happens, the cost of access to space will become 100x cheaper, and the cost of reaching Mars could become up to 10,000x cheaper. Mars schedule. The next Earth, Mars orbital alignment, is in November 2025. Musk's plan is to send some starships to Mars by that time, without humans, just to test whether the landing works properly or not. The ultimate goal is to make humanity multi-planetary, so that it can be protected from any Earth-based catastrophe, asteroid, nuclear war. Political tension. Musk accused the Biden administration of deliberately delaying the rescue of astronauts stranded on the International Space Station using SpaceX, so that the credit could be taken by the next administration. My commentary. This is the kind of engineering magic that Hollywood movies are made about. Imagine having to build something that can withstand minus 330 degrees Fahrenheit cold on one side and 1000 degree F plus heat on the other, without breaking. Musk's point is valid. If anyone else could solve this, they would have already defeated SpaceX in the space race. The dream of Mars is inspiring, but Musk calls it a race against time. He believes that this window for civilization will not remain open forever. This sense of urgency drives every one of his decisions. Part 4. Media, Propaganda, and the Nazi Label, a New Playbook. Musk and Rogan strongly criticized the legacy media, CNN, MSNBC, AP. They said that all of them run coordinated propaganda, all using the same talking points at the same time, such as sharp, threat to democracy, suicidal empathy. While talking about policies in states like California, such as free healthcare for illegal immigrants, Musk said that weaponized empathy is leading to civilizational suicide. Systems are failing, but the elite class does not seem to care. The labeling game. Musk expressed anger over being labeled a Nazi. He explained that the media cut one of his video clips, in which he said, "My heart goes out to you," while making an enthusiastic gesture, and presented it as a Nazi salute. He said this is the same playbook that was used against Trump, one that creates an environment for violent attacks. He believes that buying X, Twitter, was a critical fork in the road that broke this propaganda machine. My commentary. Musk's words make it clear that he himself has become a target of the media's mass hypnosis operation. A person who was a hero for the left just a year ago was suddenly turned into a Nazi by the same media. This is dangerous because it can motivate unstable individuals who may see Musk or Trump as Hitler and want to harm them. Musk's control over X is so important because it has broken the monopoly of information. If you do not have a platform to present your own side, you will always remain a victim of someone else's narrative. Part 5. Secrets that are still secrets. Epstein, assassination, and UFOs. Epstein client list. Musk is troubled by the fact that the Epstein files have still not been fully released. Despite the day one promises, nothing new has come out. His question is, where is the evidence? Who is hiding it and why? Trump assassination attempt. Butler, Pennsylvania. Both of them are not satisfied with the official story. Several questions remain. Why was the shooter's ideal position, the rooftop, not secured by the Secret Service? Why is the shooter's digital footprint so clean? Why did he have 5 phones? Why is the entire investigation not being shown publicly? UFOs/UAPs. Musk says that he wants aliens to be real, but despite having top-level security clearances, he has not seen any such evidence. According to him, SpaceX satellites and secret U.S. projects are the cause of most UFO sightings. My commentary. These are the questions that keep circulating in the public's mind. The Epstein case is such a massive scandal, yet it feels like some powerful force is keeping it suppressed. The story of the Butler assassination attempt has so many plot holes that even a suspense writer could not write it better. Musk's stance on UFOs is interesting. He says that if alien technology really existed, some other company would have already built rockets better than SpaceX. These points show that where government transparency is missing, conspiracy theories begin to spread. Part 6. Other issues that are truly mind-bending. Future concerns. Due to dangerously low birth rates in countries like Japan and South Korea, there is a serious risk of population collapse in the coming generations. Corruption in Congress. Musk pointed out that with an annual salary of $170,000, no one can realistically become a multimillionaire. Yet many politicians are extremely wealthy. How is that possible? Example: Nancy Pelosi's husband's stock trades. Personal security. Musk admitted that there is a real threat to his life. Because of media demonization and his efforts to expose corruption, homicidal maniacs could be motivated against him. He also stated that there have already been 2 assassination attempts on him in the past. My commentary. These points reveal concerns that go far beyond technology or business. They strike at the future stability of societies. The issue of collapsing birth rates in countries like Japan and South Korea is not just a demographic problem. It threatens entire economic and social systems. A shrinking population means fewer workers, higher pressure on younger generations, and long-term national decline. The discussion about corruption in Congress raises an uncomfortable but necessary question. When public servants earn relatively modest official salaries yet accumulate massive wealth, it naturally creates suspicion. Cases like Nancy Pelosi's husband's stock trades strengthen public distrust and make people question whether insider advantages exist within political systems. Musk's comments on personal security expose the darker side of power and influence. When media narratives demonize individuals and corruption is openly challenged, it can create an environment where violence feels justified to unstable minds. His acknowledgement of real assassination attempts highlights how dangerous speaking against powerful interests can become. Overall, these issues show that when transparency disappears, fear, inequality, and instability grow. And when societies ignore these warning signs, the consequences don't appear immediately, but they arrive inevitably. Part 7. Not cancellation, but compassion, the return of nuance. Musk and Rogan delivered a strong critique of cancel culture, arguing that nuance has effectively died in today's world. Everything has become binary, good or bad. One mistake, and a person's entire life is defined by it. Concepts like forgiveness, redemption, and personal growth are now under threat. They argued that art offers a solution to this problem. In shows like The Sopranos, viewers begin to empathize with a murderer like Tony Soprano. Art teaches us that every human being contains complexity. In real life as well, we should cultivate a sense of grace and compassion toward others. My commentary. This critique of cancel culture is a powerful strike against the digital mob mentality that dominates social media today. We have turned into judges without context. Musk and Rogan make it clear that if we can understand complex villains in cinema, we can also learn to give flawed people in real life a chance. Art pulls us out of black and white thinking and shows us the gray areas. And in today's deeply polarized world, that is something we desperately need. Goodbye, friends.